Hello, everyone, and welcome to James and Les's Express Lane, where we get you out as fast as possible. It's late and just a long day at work. I didn't feel like being on camera, but I'm like, wait a minute, I forgot to do my power rankings. Shit, now what? I know, we'll do this. Looked for sexy girl in front of green screen. That's one of the things that popped up. Like, oh, it's holiday themed. Let's see, moving on. Nope, wrong one. Okay, we're good. Let's see, get those a little bit better on there. So, here we go with the NFL power ranking. Week 17. OMG. Just think, it's the last week of regular season football. After this, there'll be just no more football. Well, no more regular season anyway, but we'll have the playoffs, but be 20 teams sitting on the outside looking in. But teams on the inside looking out. Start off with number 1, the Saints. They beat the Steelers barely. But yeah, a lot of it has to do with the run game. They didn't have Le'Veon Bell. They don't have James Conner due to injury. So obviously it's going to be all about the pass play, which obviously the defenses go. You know what they're going to do on first down? Throw the ball. You know what they're going to do on second down? Throw the ball. You know what they're going to do every single play? Throw the ball. But even with that, they still gave up a lot of points and a lot of yards. Very little defense played by either team as the score got pretty high. But the Saints win the NFC. They have the first seed no matter what and cannot lose it. So they will be resting their starters. If that's not a power move, I don't know what is. Next, number 2, the Rams. They crushed the Cardinals. Sad to see some of the players on the Cardinals that have talent, like Larry Fitzgerald, just waste another year. It's like, man, if you'd gone to another team, you could have been. If you'd gone to the Rams, if you'd gone to the Vikings, if you'd gone to the Texans or something, he'd be going to the playoffs. Instead, they got blown out by the Rams. The Rams needed this. They had a couple weeks there where it's like, where'd the Rams go? You guys being called the greatest show on turf 2, and then suddenly you were the Godfather 3. Here's the thing. The Rams can still lose the second seed to the Bears, so they have to stop. They got to get all their stars out there and beat the 49ers. Not too difficult thing to do. Number 3. Speaking of beating the 49ers, again, not exactly a tough thing to do. The Bears. Again, they can win the second seed if they win and the Rams lose. They're facing rejuvenated Vikings offense with a new offensive coordinator, and they will be away from home, but they still have that amazing defense. Who wins? Wait and see, but the Bears might be keeping an eye on the Rams game going, all right, it's halftime. What's their score? Their score is 37-3. They've completely blown out their opponent. So no matter what, we can't win the second seed. Nope. All right, well, we're going to bench our starters in the second half because there's no point risking getting Mitch Trubisky or Khalil Mack hurt in a game where we win, we lose, we get the third seed. But, of course, the Rams 49ers could be close. That Mullins kid, he was sitting on the bench. Mullins was sitting on the bench getting paid scraps. He went out there, he did actually pretty well. Same team CJ Brett had, and he won games, unlike CJ. So, Rams might have to be careful. But if I'm the Bears, I'm keeping an eye on that game going, what's the score? Alright, pull the starters. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, we're the third seed. But again, it might be a bit of a ego thing of we want to sweep the Vikings for the first time in decades. Won't be the first time in decades, but still. Do you really want to lose to an in-division team? Probably not. Number 4, the Chiefs and the Chargers both lost, but they're also both 11-4. Difference is, Chiefs lost a close one to an at-home Seahawks, while the Chargers got blown out by the Ravens while they were at home. So Chiefs get to the 4th spot. They're still the number 1 seed for now. If they lose and the Chargers win, or they lose and the Pats win, and the Chargers lose, They could go from first to fifth real quick. Well, let's see. They lose, Chargers win, Pats win. The Pats will be the second seed. Chargers will be the first seed. And yeah, the Chiefs drop down to the fifth seed. If they lose, the Chargers lose, and the Patriots win, Patriots get the first seed. There's a lot to be watching out for on the Sunday. Anyways, number 5. Ooh, again, the Chargers lost, but so did the Texans. Chargers had the better record by 1 win. But the Chargers love to lose from the looks of it. And the Texans was a damn close game, so we'll move the Texans up to the 5th seed. God damn, that was a close one against the Eagles. And Nick Foles might be dragging the Eagles back to the playoffs. Except they'd have to have the Vikings lose, which... don't fucking... Anyways, Deshaun Watson could still get the 2nd seed. If the Patriots lose and they win, they get the 2nd seed. Amazing to think how quickly this team turned around after so many years with terrible quarterbacks. I was like, oh, we got Deshaun Watson. We're going to go, and we got hurt. Fuck. Then again, he was averaging like 5 touchdowns a game, and they were still losing games because the defense sucked. But anyways. Number 6, Patriots or Chargers. I really want to say the Patriots, because much like the Texans, they have one fewer win. Especially with them showing a lot of weakness at the wide receiver and then losing Josh Gordon. But like the Chargers, they're still in the fight for the 1st seed. If the Chiefs and the Chargers both lose and they win. And they got, what, the Jets? Yeah, they got the Jets. Yeah, well, the Chiefs have the Raiders and the Chargers have the Broncos, and the Broncos lost to the fucking Browns. But the Browns aren't the same team they used to be. Yeah, I'll go with the Patriots. They might show weakness in the regular season sometimes, but they always find a way to make it to the playoffs. They won the AFC East again. Also, the Chargers are choke artists. As a Viking fan, I can spot choking from a mile away. Why do you think we're purple? Anyways, so finally, number 7, the Chargers. That loss to the Ravens just showed their true colors. They faced the Broncos, who again lost to the Browns, so should win, but these are still the Chargers. He's had Hall of Fame running backs behind Phillip Rivers, and they went nowhere. So playing without LaDainian Tomlinson? And the Broncos still have that great defense, and some weeks Case Keenum shows that old spark, other weeks not so much. If this is the week where he shows that spark again, Chargers might lose again. Now the number 8 seed, so many playoff scenarios going on. The AFC has so many 9-6 teams, including the where the hell did they come from Ravens? I mean, they lost to the Browns earlier, and now they face off against the Browns for their playoff life. The thing that the Browns, and it's not like, oh, they got the Browns, yeah, they're in. Like, no, they could lose to the Browns again. But the NFC has the fire-hot Seahawks pounding their way in. If the Seahawks had beaten, say, the Lions this week, they'd be 9. But they beat the Chiefs, so they get the 8th seed over the Ravens. Will they remain this good when away? They will be the 5th seed, so they will not be hosting a playoff game unless somehow the Vikings at 6th seed, they will be the 6th seed, damn it. They will get to the playoffs. Win through the NFC, get the championship game. Can you imagine having a championship game against the 5th seed versus the 6th seed? Anyways. But, like I said, number 9, the Ravens. So close to 8. They were so close. Like, the Chargers not a team to sneeze at either. I just feel the Chiefs were better. So the Seahawks beating the Chiefs is better than the Ravens beating the Chargers again. Chargers love choking. That's what they do. They can win the AFC North with a victory over the Browns. Steelers lose, like that. Well, actually, even if the Steelers win, they still win the North as long as they win. But again, they lost to the Browns before. These Browns, they're not the clowns they once were. Tough fight for them, while the Steelers face off against an injury-riddled Bungles. I feel they will still win though and take the North, but any given Sunday. 10. So many 9 and 6 teams you can put here, but we'll go with the winners of the NFC East, the Cowboys. They bounced back from their humiliating loss and beat the Buccaneers. Not exactly a great feat, but again, they won NFC East for the third time in 5 years. And even if they lose week 17 and the Eagles win, they're still in. Like, no matter what, they're going to be at the 4th seed. So, will they rest their starters and have a bye week of sorts before the wildcard game? Minded to do it as they'll be hosting the Seahawks, who, while not the best on the road, will still knock off the Cowboys if the Cowboys aren't ready. Just saying. Now, number 11, real coin flip here. Colts or Titans? Colts are currently in, but the Titans are hosting the Colts. Whomever wins is in. But if they tie and the Steelers win, then the Steelers are in. But very unlikely little tie, so while the Colts had a couple of missteps here before bouncing back under Andrew Luck's amazing throws, I'm going to have to give them the 11th spot. Also, because the Titans 1 week could defeat an NFL All-Stars team, then the next week get blanked by the Ravens, they're too volatile to put at the 11th seed. Now, will the Colts be facing off against the helpless Titans? Will they face the Patriot-crushing and Texan-defeating Titans? The Titans beat the Patriots and the Texans this year. And then other weeks get blanked by the Ravens. Which, while the Ravens are good, they're not, oh, you beat up the Patriots and the Texans? Yeah, we're going to blank you. Like, they're just usually not that good. It's just 1 week the Titans are amazing, the next week, well, we only got to wait, 3-4 more days to find out. Now, skipping right to the RIP section, the NFL regular season. After this week, we move on to the playoffs. No more 12 to 16 games a week. No more seeing your team play no matter what. We move on to the cream of the crop, rip the other 20 teams, and watch the teams fight for their next game on the way to the Super Bowl. Who makes it? The Saints went from scoring 30-plus points a game to, yay, we got a field goal in some cases. But so did the Rams. So did the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to have to try to get through the Patriots, the Texans, the Chargers again. Possibly the Ravens, different scenarios of who wins and loses. Man. And the Saints are going to have to most likely face off against the Rams or the Bears or both. Obviously the Saints already beat the Rams, but any given Sunday. I would not mind seeing a Saints-Chiefs Super Bowl. Will it actually be that? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but even if the Vikings, 6 seeds have been to the Super Bowl, 1st seeds have been to the Super Bowl. Again, any given Sunday, but this is not the Vikings' year, sadly. It should have been, damn it. So I'll say Saints, Chiefs, or Saints, Patriots. Obviously, again, any given Sunday, injuries, something could happen, but I'm going to say either Saints, Chiefs, or Saints, Patriots. What do you guys think? Do I have a couple of these teams too high? Did I drop the Chargers too far? Should the Titans be over the Colts? Should the Cowboys be below them? Because, they got the same record. And the Colts did blank the Cowboys. But the Cowboys won the East, so you got to give them props for that. God, there's a lot of these teams you can move up and down wherever you wanted. But what are you guys thinking? Who do you think is going to go to the Super Bowl? Who do you think is going to win playoff games? Oh, God, we'll have to wait to see what the seeding is, but we'll discuss that in the playoff discussion next week. So as always, subscribe, comment down below, and have a wonderful day.